Chương trình này được bảo trợ bởi
Family Joy, tổ ấm y tế của mọi gia đình, 714 898 0765.
Hi, welcome back to the OC Health and Education Show on Little Saigon TV. I'm your host, Julie Yip. I'm going to continue the conversation with Dr. Steffani from Chico State University and also Dr. Dr.Nobriga from Loma Linda University, my alma mater. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming on the show and for sharing with our community the importance of May Better Speech and Hearing Month. So we had a great opportunity to learn about what you're doing or what you've done the last 20 years. But can you start, Dr. Nobriga, to tell us that what is your job today? What does it look like, and how do you impact the community?
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I love talking about what I do, so this is great. My specialty areas are in voice and swallowing disorders. So a lot of times with speech therapy, people think about pronunciation of sounds,
Yes.
But my specialty moves a little lower down to your voice box, and I teach classes about voice, how to take care of your voice and how to fix your voice when it's damaged, and as well as for swallowing, so eating and drinking food and getting that all the way down to your stomach in a safe and efficient manner. So eating is a fun thing and talking is a fun thing. So two good areas that I get to teach.
One of the misunderstandings when we talk about voice, oftentimes people think it's a professional voice training. Can you elaborate about what type of people will need voice therapy from a speech pathologist like ourselves?
Yeah, absolutely. So we can work with professional voice users, such as singers,
Yes.
That have the big, beautiful voices and ranges. But we work often with teachers, pastors, exercise coaches, construction workers, people who have to use their voice a lot or over loud background noise. So people have to project a lot. Your voice can get hoarse and raspy, and you can actually have damage to the structures that create the voice. So we can help you take care of those structures and heal some of the damage in conjunction with your doctor.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much, Christina, for that clarification. Thưa quý vị khán giả, hôm nay Julie hỏi một cái câu về Christina Bradlin, using your maiden name, Nobriga, đó là cái người âm ngữ trị liệu làm gì? Đấy, thật sự Christina nói đó là cái chuyên môn của Christina là voice and swallowing. Voice là cái phát âm. Nhiều lúc mình nghĩ là phát âm là giúp cho người ca sĩ. Speech pathologist giống như Julie cũng giúp ca sĩ, mà thiệt ra chuyên môn là giúp cái người nào mà có thể sử dụng cái tiếng nói về cái câu văn nhiều quá mà nó cách sẽ hại, vân vân, là giống như cái giáo viên, hay cái người làm cho construction, hay cái người ca sĩ. Chừng nào họ sử dụng cái tiếng nhiều quá cách sẽ hại đó, thì cái speech therapist giống như mình giúp cho cái bệnh nhân đó. Thêm nữa, Christina nói là speech pathologist, cái người âm ngữ trị liệu, cũng giúp cho bệnh nhân mà có tai biến về có cái Parkinson disease hay cái bệnh gì mà để cho khó khăn để cho nói chuyện hay nhai nuốt thức ăn. Đó là cũng là rất là quan trọng. Nhiều lúc mình thấy là người tai biến có thể đi không được thì mình đi physical therapy, cái vật lý trị liệu. Mà cái âm ngữ trị liệu là rất là quan trọng. Lúc mà cái người thương của quý vị không có nói chuyện được, họ không có ăn giống như bình thường học xưa. You know, Christina, I just to let you know, I kind of elaborated too, so that's what it was. What I wanted to clarify to the community is that, you know, what you're saying is very important. That voice therapy is one thing that a lot of people don't know that speech pathologists do. But the feeding and swallowing aspect, it's another thing that in the Vietnamese or the Asian community, we don't really focus on for a stroke patient or a patient that has Parkinson's disease, for example. So I just wanted to remind with the audience that, you know, swallowing is something that we want our patients or our family members to regain so they can be part of the family and be part of the celebration. Because, you know, feeding and swallowing is so important to celebration in many communities.
Absolutely. Thank you for adding that. That's a really important piece, is the cultural component
Yes.
and the community component of eating and being able to share that. I
Yeah,
love
because
that.
because they have to be a part of the family too. Because I know some people feel so isolated because they don't eat the same food, or they don't, they need maybe a bib and they feel embarrassed. So I think including a family member and helping them are so important. Now, Dr. Susan Steffani, I want to ask you the same question. Tell us more about what you have done or what you are currently doing in the field, and how have you helped your students as you are a professor at the university?
Well, like I said, my main area of focus is child language and articulation disorders. So working with kids who are struggling to communicate, both getting their point across or being understood by others. And so I teach classes in those areas. Phonetics for a really long time. So you both probably remember that class.
Yes.
Um, and then I'm also the graduate coordinator for our program. So I'm, trying to shepherd new groups of people every couple of years through our program to, go out there and work with people in the community who have speech and language problems. So those are my main focuses. But the one thing that I'm really excited about is once I started really looking into the reading issues and dyslexia, because I have a couple of children who are dyslexic and just weren't getting the services that they needed. So I decided, well, who better than their mom to try to figure this all out, because it just really wasn't really taught when I went through school. And so I started a reading group on campus so that our students are the clinicians and they're providing reading instruction to community children that are not getting the services that they need in the schools. And it's just super exciting to see them grow and develop more self-confidence, because when you can't read, when you're a child, it usually is an indication to other people that you're not very smart. Yes. And it has nothing to do with how smart you are. It has to do with whether you have the brain areas to crack that code and are being taught in the right way, which isn't happening.
Well, thank you, Dr. Susan, for doing so much for the community and helping those of us who struggle with dyslexia. For me, when I taught at Orange Coast College, and I still have dyslexia, so I always use text to speech, and I always tell people that you don't expect a person that is visually impaired to read with their eyes. So for me, I tell people when I'm dyslexic, sometimes I can't read with my eyes, I actually read with my ears. And that's a really different concept for a lot of people. So I use a program called I think it's like Voice Stream or something like that. And it's helped me so much. So thank you so much for all that you've done and for your specialty in that area. Thưa quý vị, Dr. Susan Steffani là một giáo viên, là professor của Chico State University. Thêm nữa, Dr. Susan Steffani dạy cái lớp là về articulation, là phát âm, thêm nữa là phonetics, mà cũng có cái passion về muốn giúp về mấy em mà có dyslexia. Communication, giao tiếp là không phải về nói chuyện không, mà là cũng phải cái khả năng, cái kỹ năng đọc. Chừng nào em nào mà có cái khó khăn đọc, nhiều người nghĩ là em đó không có thông minh, bị chậm trí tuệ. Thiệt ra nhiều lúc mà mấy em mà bị dyslexia rất là thông minh, mà phải cần cái người chuyên môn, những người speech pathologist giúp cho em đó. Dr. Susan Steffani nói, Dr. Susan Steffani tạo được một cái nhóm về học sinh để cho giúp học sinh trẻ để cho đạt được cái khả năng đọc được, cho có tiến bộ với có nhiều cái thành công trong cái đường học. Dr. Susan Steffani, again, thank you so much for helping the youth to really understand their potential, and also to be able to accept that, even with some of those learning challenges, that they are smart. And thank you for always, building and instilling my confidence early on when I didn't have so much confidence in Loma Linda, as, struggling with my dyslexia. After the commercial break, we'll continue our conversation and learn more about May Better Speech and Hearing Month and all the great work that Dr. Susan Steffani and Dr. Christina Nobriga has done. Cảm ơn quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV.